What's cracking, yo? Welcome back to Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. What up, what up, what up? Got another one here for our series that we have running called Amazing Plays in the Amazing Plays playlist. This one is a play that will stick with me for the rest of my life. The NBA 2004 Western Conference semifinals, right? You had the Lakers with Shaq, Kobe, Gary Payton, Karl Malone versus the San Antonio Spurs. Now, this is the notorious Derek Fisher 0.4 seconds on the clock, 0.4 of a second on the clock game winner. But people often tend to forget what happened before Derek Fisher hit that shot. So Lakers are down one. Kobe Bryant hits a clutch shot with a couple seconds left. That's it. Lakers were up one. Lakers were down one. Kobe hits a clutch shot with a couple seconds left. Lakers go up one. Right? Then 5.4 seconds left on the clock. Tim Duncan makes one of the most incredible shots I've ever seen with 0.4 seconds left, and then Derek Fisher comes over and wins the game. But this shot that Tim Duncan hit, as a lifelong Laker fan, I don't think I'd have to sit down and think about it, but just off the top of my head, this has to be the most gut-wrenching, soul-crushing, soul-sapping, soul-taking shot I have ever had to endure as a Laker fan. And with 0.4 seconds on the clock, I just didn't think it was possible that we could win the game. This shot Tim Duncan made was so damn difficult, so damn improbable. And the Lakers played him perfectly, played the play perfectly on the defensive side. And Tim Duncan snatched my soul for a couple of minutes before Derek Fisher put it back in my body. We'll take a real-time look at it, and then the magnitude of the play. You know, I'll let it play on to see the impact it had on the players, so you can feel the gravity of the situation, and then we'll chop it up and look at it slowly. All right, let's get into it.
Ginobili will inbound to Duncan. He gets doubled. Shaq all over him. He gets away, a fadeaway. He makes it with 4:10 left. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow.
Look at look how pissed the Lakers are. Look how defeated they are. Shaq's like, I can't believe this bullshit. That was Shaq's face.
You couldn't have defended that any better. The Lakers had taken the Spurs out of the play, and Tim Duncan.
That's how I felt. That look on their face is how I felt. Hell, shit. I might have been in tears back then after that. Let's look at it slowly, break it down a little bit. All right, so you got the inbound play here. Ginobili's going to inbound the ball. Now, I could see what Pop here was trying to run. Now, Shaq covers Duncan so well. Shaq and Timmy D right there. And you got the other three players spaced out on the other side of the floor. All right, so the movement starts with the play. Popovich so well. Running plays, especially out of timeouts. Right? Tries to set a screen. Derek Fisher stays with his man. He's trying to flash to the corner. GP, on the other hand, GP and Karl Malone don't get caught up on the switches over there. They stay with their man. And Shaq is covering Tim Duncan like a hound dog. 7-foot behemoth, Shaquille O'Neal. Now, what Kobe wasn't sure. Kobe was denying the pass to the corner, which was the right move, but Fish had him covered just in case Kobe couldn't get the denial. Now, Kobe gets then to Timmy D. Now, what they're going to try to run here is kind of like a dribble handoff, right? Ginobili flashes. either he was going to hand the ball off to Ginobili immediately, or if he loses Kobe, come around and curl towards the free throw line for a jump shot or for a layup. But Kobe, being the hound that he is, plays great defense on Ginobili. And Ginobili tries to switch on a dime, stops on a dime and tries to switch direction on Kobe. Now at this point, they have more options. If Ginobili can get around Shaq, all Tim Duncan has to do is drop the ball off towards the goal. Ginobili catches it, easy layup. But Kobe, it's hard to tell because at first I was like, did he grab his jersey? I don't think he grabbed his jersey. He just had his hand out. But Ginobili gets tripped up right here on Shaq's leg either way. Can't come around Shaq like he wants to. And now Tim Duncan has to make a decision with Ginobili stumbling and falling to the ground. Kobe Bryant stumbling too, but it's going to recover quick on Ginobili. 3.7 seconds left. Tim Duncan says, screw it. I'm putting the ball on the floor. I got to make something out of nothing. All right, take it back. Roll it through. There you go. And Shaq is playing great defense on now. He got his left hand on Tim Duncan's back. Now nowadays, there's a high probability they're going to call that a foul before a shot even goes on. But back then, not so much. You can get away with this a lot, especially in a crunch time. They're really not going to call these things so loosely. But Shaq has a full body on Timmy D. And at this point, Tim Duncan's not even looking to pass. He's looking to shoot. Dribble, Shaq hounding him. Dribble, gather. Smart move by Karl Malone here. Knows that there's 2.5 seconds left. And Tim Duncan has no other choice but to shoot the ball unless he wants to pass it to the guy behind him. But even if he was going to take that chance and pass it, I think Karl Malone knew that, and he was going to continue to flash to contest a three-point shot. So here we go. Karl comes over for the double team. Look at this. Look at this. Tim Duncan jumping off the left leg. It looks like two legs, but it's actually just jumping off the left here. But at least a split second before he's coming off his right leg. Fading, leaning, hoisting Shaq and Karl Malone. Well, more so Shaq lunging at him. Karl Malone doesn't quite jump at him after he gets in his grill. And Tim Duncan falling down off balance. Look at that. Left leg, right leg extended in the air, off balance, release. I don't even know how Tim Duncan got a clean look at that basketball with Shaq's big old ass jumping at him with a hand up in his face. And the rest was history. Falling down. Tim Duncan doesn't even get to see if his shot goes up, probably. Doesn't even see if his shot goes in. And there it goes. Bottom of the net. Bottom of the net, man. That oh my God. This took everything out of me. Everything out of me. Gut wrenching. But aside from that, I like what Derek Fisher is doing right there. Derek Fisher still battling in the paint, knowing that the shot's going up. Boxes his man out to prepare for a rebound or even just to deflect the ball to prevent any San Antonio Spur player from, getting a tip in or anything at the very last second. But that joint went in, and you saw the look of the Los Angeles Lakers players, man. Pissed off, like, I don't believe this shit. Deflated, but not defeated, as Derek Fisher would prove. But yeah, fantastic move. Watch it again by Tim Duncan, man. I mean, the Lakers played this play perfectly. You could not have played this any better. You couldn't have. And today they might have called that a foul on Shaq. But, Shaq didn't. See that? I was gonna say he wasn't trying to trip up Ginobili, but he might have been. He might have been. It's hard to say because Tim Duncan was moving at the same time, so he might have just been trying to adjust on Tim Duncan's movement, which is probably more likely than him trying to trip Ginobili on purpose. But look at this, man. Hand checking this dude all on his back. Such a tough shot, man. Such a tough shot. Tim Duncan, widely known as the greatest power forward of all time. getting it done. They said, I need a hero. And Duncan came through and delivered. Yeah, that shot hurt the hell out of me, man. Hurt me. I bet everybody in that arena just knew that game was over. Everybody. Derek Fisher would take their soul away the way Tim Duncan took mine away momentarily. I remember this day like it was yesterday. But yeah, fantastic play by Tim Duncan, man. That could have went down as one of the greatest shots in NBA history. You know, coupled with a victory, had Derek Fisher not did the impossible and improbable. But remember, as a result of the Derek Fisher 0.4 second shot, that is when the NBA started. I think it might have been as early as the next season. They implemented the rule because it's so hard to tell if he released it on time. It's when they implemented the rule of the red light on a shot clock being the sole indicator of if the shot was released in time. Hey, that's it for that breakdown. Amazing play by Tim Duncan. Never forgotten. I will never forget it. But there are 3 clutch plays in that whole sequence as part of Derek Fisher's 0.4 on a second buzzer beater for the 3-2 lead over the San Antonio Spurs, where the Lakers will go on to win the next game at home and then go on to the Western Conference Finals to beat down the Minnesota Timberwolves all the way to the finals just to lose the Detroit Pistons 4-1. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. Let me know if you remember this game. Let me know if you remember this play. Are you a Laker fan? How did this touch you? Did it touch you like it touched me when Duncan hit that shot? I would love to hear your opinion. Be blessed, take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. We out, baby.